What's going on, people? It's your boy Brother Winston with another video. Today we're talking about how Pop the Balloon or Find Love with Arlette Amuli has been stealing creators' profits. This is not a clickbait video, okay? I used to make videos on Pop the Balloon or Find Love, okay? I like the show, like the idea of the show, like how it shows black people for the most part in a positive light, which you don't see, especially black men, which you don't see a lot on TV or online, okay? I really like that about the show, which is why I reviewed it. I never watch reality shows. I never watch any shows, period, okay? I never watched dating shows, none of that stuff. Housewives of Atlanta, all that kind of stuff. I don't watch none of that stuff, okay? But there was something about this show that I liked. I saw a clip of it on TikTok, I believe, some time ago. I started watching it, and I started reviewing it, okay, to basically push people to watch the show. I really enjoy watching the show, all right? But the show decided to turn on the people that caused it to get to where it's at, okay? Now, as you can see right here real quick, you can see it says here copyright, okay? It says copyright, and it has basically a red $sign, okay, with a slash through it. And what that's saying is that Pop the Balloon or Find Love fraudulently, okay, I have to say this, I'm not making this, I'm not exaggerating this or stretching this at all. Pop the Balloon or Find Love fraudulently, okay, claim not only my video, which means that they took the money or the profits from my video or any profits that could come from my video, me reviewing their show. They took the profits from all of these videos and said, y'all can't make no more money from these shows. The only problem is that we weren't breaking the law by showing their show because we were actually reviewing the show. It's a thing called fair use, which I'm going to actually show you guys in a second, where you can actually do that lawfully online. And it's not bootlegging, it's not plagiarism. If you can break something down and essentially make it what's called a new work, that's the law. It's not against the law. It abides by the rules of the law. And Pop the Balloon or Find Love, whoever's over that show, they knew that, but they still decided to claim, like I have right here, episode, they all instantly pop. Okay, y'all saw the episode with the woman that came on who had a deep voice. A lot of the guys popped. I said that was dumb, and I reviewed that whole episode. Got a lot of views. I think I may got over 10,000 views on TikTok within like a day or so, just from making that one clip, okay, of the show, which helped the show out. As many other folks, did the exact same thing. We helped the show out by basically making these clips, okay? We got here also, here's another guy, okay, who has a pretty big YouTube channel. He said the same thing. Pop the Balloon claims on my videos, okay? Here's another guy, okay? Why? Okay, why now, it says, okay? Then at the bottom it says they copyright claim my videos. Here's another guy, okay? He says Netflix cut the check. I don't need y'all no more, okay? Because all of this happened when Pop the Balloon got a Netflix deal. There's a Netflix show called Pop the Balloon. Now, Arlette Amuli did not start Pop the Balloon. It was in Africa and other places way before she did it. But the thing is, they have the most popular Pop the Balloon and Find Love show. They come out with a show on Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I believe, they drop a new show, and they'll get over 1 million views within a few days, which equates to, in a month, over 100 grand every single month, just from the show alone. And I know that because I make money from YouTube also, not much as they do, but I also get paid from YouTube. Okay, when YouTube ads run, I do get paid from that. What they did was they said, look, y'all, when ads run on y'all videos, we gonna need that money, even though we were actually helping their show grow. And the only reason why they're where they are now, well, I'm not gonna say only reason, but a big reason why, okay, probably at least half of the reason why they're successful is because of all the black creators that clip their show up, especially on TikTok, okay, causing people like me to find their show. Because I wouldn't have never searched for their show. I don't watch the type of stuff anyway. It's only because it was clipped up by creators that we watched the show in the first place and knew this show even existed. You understand what I'm saying? And why it blew up so fast. And they repaid us by claiming all of our videos, by taking the ad revenue from all those videos, even though what we did was only helping them. And it's against the law for them to even do that, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so let's read what fair use is. I want you to understand how they fraudulently did this. What Pop the Balloon or Find Love is basically saying to all the black creators is, look, y'all can fight us with YouTube with fair use if you want to, and you may win, you may lose, okay? But we're fighting against all of y'all. We don't want y'all to get none of that money, okay? It's all coming to us. After they cut this Netflix deal, okay? If you heard about the Netflix deal, seen the show, people say the show was good, but whatever case it be, if you've seen that, you've seen it happen, right after that happened, all my videos immediately got claimed. Now, what is fair use? It says here, fair use is a legal doctrine in the United States copyright law that allows the use of copyrighted material without permission or payment under certain circumstances, okay? It says it's essentially an exception to copyright protection permitting limited use of copyrighted works for purposes like criticism, comment, which is what I did, okay, comment on it, news reporting, teaching, which also is what I did, okay, scholarship, or research. Then it says here, it says, if you use, it says not an infringement, okay? Like they're basically saying you infringe on our work, which is not true. Because it says here, if a use, is deemed fair, it doesn't constitute copyright infringement. It says factors here, 4 factors. Of course, consider purpose and character of the use. Is it transformative, okay? Or merely a copy, all right? See, when I was showing these episodes, I wasn't just hitting play on the video and saying, hey y'all, let's watch Pop the Balloon and Find Love. And then I'm gonna take, because the show is popping, because it's popular, all those views will come to my show, to my channel, to my YouTube channel, and I'll therefore be able to make ad revenue from that just by playing their show. That was what I was doing, nor was any of the YouTubers doing that. Okay, we were sitting there, like I would, for example, you see my channel before, I would probably show 2 or 3 guests on the show. And I would spend an hour, sometimes 2 hours, just on them 2 people, because I would be talking so much between the show. So people would say, bro, you talking too much, bro, you talking too much, let the show play. And I kept on telling them, I can't just let the show play because that's against the law. That's against the law. But as you can clearly see, what we create has to be transformative. In other words, we have to, from what we add, make a new work. Okay, it says it is transformative, not merely a copy, essentially. Commercial uses are less likely to be considered fair than non-commercial or educational uses, okay? And this is what's used on YouTube all the time. That's how people can make the whole reviews of all kind of shows and stuff and get paid, and commercials can run and they can get paid from it. There are people that have whole channels where all they do is just review stuff because it's fair use, okay? Nature of the copyrighted work, okay? Amount and substantiality, it's a big word to say, of the portion. Effect of the use on the market for the original work. Look at this. If the use harms the market for the original work, okay, it's less likely to be considered fair. That's unbelievable right there, because what we were doing is actually helping them. It's the exact opposite. Yet they still claim copyright claims against us, okay? You may say, well, look, y'all just some small YouTubers, okay, like Umar says, struggle streamers, YouTubian struggle streamers, okay, that are just trying to get famous off of Pop the Balloon. That's not the case, okay? Like me and many others, we review things and break things down, okay, to create content, to teach, okay? We teach from things that are shown, because YouTube is a site where you watch things, okay? So we find content, we break it down, and that abides by the law, okay? This guy right here, for example, Mediocre Tutorials, this guy has 184 views just on his response. This guy has a ton of views. He had a much bigger channel. Don't believe me? Check it out. He had a much bigger channel than Arlette's channel before she put Pop the Balloon on her channel. Okay, so it was like he needed those views. He already had a big channel, okay? But he reviewed the show, and they claim, as he says here, he says, they claim all my videos. In other words, they're taking all the money from my videos. They use black people, which is exactly what they did. Just like I talked about Dr. Umar, how he used black folks to get to where he was at. Though he's been robbing us, scamming us for all this time. Pop the Balloon, I want to say you're a scam, okay? But at the same, and some people don't like Pop the Balloon. I know it's things about the show that people may not like. It's things that I said before that I thought the show could improve upon. Okay, but at the end of the day, I always praise the show. I always said Arlette looked nice. She was a very good host. She's probably one of the best hosts on YouTube when it comes to shows like this. Okay, I say the same thing today. She still is very good host, very kind, and all kind of stuff. Her husband seemed to be very kind. Whether it was Arlette, her husband, who owns the video company that produces the show, okay, or maybe Netflix, when they made the Netflix deal, maybe Netflix said, hey y'all, all the people that have y'all videos and clips, cut them all off. They should have said, we're not going to do that. We're not going to claim their videos to get their money because they help us get where we're at. But like many black people do, always, okay, not all, but many of us do, when we get some level of fame, like they do, making over 100 grand, I'm sure, every single month, okay, from these videos, they say, you know what, y'all Negroes, listen, we done with y'all. We got the money. We moving on to bigger and better things. We don't need none of y'all. They completely forgot about the people that got on where they at, okay? And that's why my videos are copyright claim, and that's why after this video, I'm deleting every video on my page from them, okay, that I've, basically made from their show. I kept a few of them on there because I wanted to make this video, and I was busy all the time. I never got a chance to make it. But now I've finished making this video. I had to do it like 2 or 3 times because stuff kept messing it up, okay? But I'm done with this video. We're trying to keep this under 15 minutes long, All right, and that's what happened. All right, so if you think about Pop the Balloon to Find Love or watch the show, always remember this is how they got to where they're at. Okay, just like the guy I Show Speed, okay, who grew from clips of people showing clips of him doing dumb stuff, and his YouTube channel was super small, and then he had clips blow up on YouTube, on TikTok, and then he now is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, streamer outside of Kai Cenat in the world. The guy probably makes near $500,000 every single month from his streaming revenues and things like that. Okay, so Pop the Balloon has blown up. Just like a rapper will blow up or whoever blow up or a celebrity, if they blew up, and they completely forgot about the people that got them there. Okay, and that's a shame. Okay, but one day when the trend runs out for these shows, people get tired of watching them. I'm sure they're going to want to use the black community again to get more views and do something else. Okay, and people are going to remember this. Okay, please share this video and hit the like button. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.